everybody. Welcome. I hope this went where I was planning it to. I got a little bit behind here, so, oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm Kristie here at My Artful Adventures, and today we are in the Take 5 group for the Friday Friends event. So we've got a lot of fun going on today. You never know what we're going to do because each person just decides what they want to be creating. There's no special theme for the event, so that's always fun to see what people create on their pages. So if you are new to me, I am primarily a paper crafter, so that can mean that on my page we do anything from card making, junk journals, scrapbooking, some mixed media. Sometimes we throw in a little bit of fun painting too. Thanks, Jeannie. Hi there. So Jeannie's got me sprinkled into the group. Thank you. And we are going to get going. Let me make sure I can see all the comments. And I don't know what in the world I did when I changed you down to my desktop. Well, I know what I did yesterday, or last time I was on. I wasn't able to share the little picture of me with my desktop because we had people here in the house doing work in the bathrooms, and I just wasn't able to get in there, and I was scary looking. You would have thought Halloween was already here. So anyway, I just I had turned it off, and it's just a little button to not show it. Oh, wait a second, I think it is coming up now. I had to restart my computer, and I think maybe it took a little minute for it to come back in. So I'm going to go ahead and turn us down to the desktop. Maybe I can get that little picture in. Let me see. Oh, actually, I see what happened. It was the wrong. Okay, just a second. This is I see what's going on. Let's see. There we go. I got it. Okay. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Mary. Hi, you guys. So, and if Kristie's on, or you guys might want to send a quick message to Kristie that she might want to go in and edit her description of her live she just did. And that's all I'm going to say about it. So I don't know if anybody else noticed that. So you guys, we have been working on this. I've just been calling it my page-to-page junk journal, and so we've done some fun things, and so by putting it in something that's got some rings or disc binding, then you can just go ahead and make it different sizes if you want. Now some people don't like that, and they would never ever want a bunch of different sizes for pages, and and that's up to you. If you only want if you want to have something to where all your pages are the same size, then that's up to you, right? It just doesn't really, matter. It's just what you want to do. Hang on just a second. Let me try it. My little thing is kind of there. That's a little bit better. Okay, so today I just real quick, and we're going to do other things besides this. I thought this is just kind of fun, and we've kind of showed some different techniques and different things. So we made this little interactive, it's not too interactive now. It just, moves. So you can put things like this and glue it to a page. We showed how to do like some little flips and flaps, and how to make some pockets. That thing just popped right out of there. And this one, we just used washi tape and, made kind of a little hinged place. This was a little pocket that we did a little different, and you can put something thicker in there. So there's all kinds of ways, all kinds of things. And this is kind of fun, actually, for doing paper crafting and showing a lot of different ways that we can do things. Hi, Jeannie. How are you? And let's see here. Let me close something else down. No sense in using all of my computer's thinking power, right? Okay, so I said I had comments, but there we go. Okay. Jeannie, yep. Hi, Donna. How are you today? So here we are. We've got ourselves into the group, our Take 5 group, and I certainly would hope that any of you who have not joined the group would, because that makes it an easy place to go and, find everybody. Now, you guys, I was thinking about, other things that we could add in. And before I go on with that thought, you can see how chunky this is. And when you've got these kinds of rings, or if you're putting it in a ring binder, it doesn't really matter, because, you can just keep adding to it. And this kind of a system, or even like a regular ring binder, you're going to be able to, these come in different sizes. So if you need your book to get chunkier and thicker, you can get bigger ones. I think they make these up to like about 2 inches. I've seen them as big as 2 inches, which to me, that would be a very thick book, right? So, I don't know that we need it that thick. But what I was thinking about was, for even something like this, I've got all these old Project Life cards. Have any of you ever used any Project Life cards? It was a system that, let's see, who is it? Let's see, that's not who it was. This has got somebody else's name. Oh, Becky Higgins. Becky Higgins was who had developed the Project Life system. And it was a whole system to where it had, it was ring binders. First, it was scrapbooking. And they had ring binders, and they were great big pages. And there were a variety of different ways that the pages were configured. So maybe some of them were all for this size. Some of them were, and this was kind of when people started using more of the 3x, let's see, is that 3x4? Yeah, kind of like the little 3x4 cards. And so they came in these sets, and, like they had like journaling spaces. So the whole thing was that you could just put in your photos, you could slip your photos in, and then you also had places that were easy to do journaling. And so it was meant to be a super easy way to scrapbook. And I got a bunch of these because I thought this would be an easy way that my girls might want to do some scrapbooking. And they're just still sitting in the box. And sometimes I think, why do I just keep this stuff around? And I was thinking about these, and I was thinking, well, what could we use that would be kind of fun, that we could incorporate and, get some use out of for our, our little books like this, our journals. And I thought, oh my goodness, maybe I'll try to use some of those Project Life cards. And I thought, I kind of think I can get 2 of these, like one on the top and one on the bottom. Yep, I didn't even try it till just now. So you could line these up wherever you want and get your holes how you want them. You just need to make sure that, this side is, you're going to get the holes over here, right? So I think before I start, I'm going to do that, and I am going to use a pencil. I'm going to use a pencil, and I'm just going to mark kind of where my rings need to go. Like this would be the bottom one. So I'll do that one, and then this would be the bottom one here. So that way I can make sure that I get them all onto the card. So let's go ahead and let's just punch those. And if you were doing another ring binder, you would do the same. So I'll just line this up and make sure that I get that kind of in the center of that one. And it's easier to see right here. I can actually see, where my holes are going to punch. So we'll just do that one here. The nice thing about having one of these marked is I can just slide it in, and I don't have to worry about where the center is. So now I've got 2 of those. And now those will just, fit in right here. And then I thought, well, what are we going to do with them? And I might have got those a little bit too close. That's okay. Yeah, I wish I would have moved it up a little bit. But, you're working with a kind of a small space here to be able to line up your rings, right? Hi, Sharon. Hi, Maxine. How are you? Let's see if we got anybody else that's popped in that I didn't see. Yeah. Okay. So, I just thought that would be fun. And then, you know what? You could just decorate these. Now, you could just use them like this and keep them as you know, as journaling cards. Well, we got that deal going on with that super bright thing. You know, when that happened before, I did figure out how to change that and get that to where it wasn't so blown out. You know what? Let me do that, you guys. I'm going to change just to me, and I'm going to, oh, excuse me. That's not the best view, is it? You know what, though? I think that's going to take too long. I won't be able to do that. That'll take way too long. Well, oh goodness, now what has happened? There we go. We're just going to have to live with that. I have to turn that camera off and on and let that, or that app. So that's kind of a problem. And when I first turned it on, it wasn't doing that. So I'm so sorry. That's so annoying. It's annoying to me, you guys. I don't know about you. Let me try and turn the lights down a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Oh. No. Well, okay. I don't like it when my plan goes awry. So we will just go ahead. We'll continue on. So let's just play around with these. Oh, and so here's the large size cards, right? And then you've got these little cards. Now, a lot of these cards, okay, like this one. This one has something on the back. It's got just a decoration on one side, and then it says something on here. So if I were to punch these, I'd either have to get it to where, and I could, look, I could get this to where it doesn't punch the word, or you could put it on this side, and then when you, flip it over, the holes are not there at all. Actually, so let's go ahead and punch this one. I think I'll try and do it like, well, you almost need to do it like this, or it's gonna be in the way of those other discs. So let's go ahead and punch it though, and then we can work on it too. Now I don't know if you could get two of these in. Let's see if two of these would fit. Oh, you could. You could get two of those. You could just do one somewhere. You could do two. But you would have to plan first. You'd have to decide what you want to do. Because wherever your holes are, that's going to be where it's going to fit in the book. Or, you know, you could flip them this way. Some of these tiny ones go the other way too. Like this one, it wouldn't matter. So, you know, this one you could flip it this way, and then you'd have two tiny ones here, which that would be kind of fun to do them like that. But you would have to do that. Now, let's see how these compare. These are a little bit different in size. Let me grab out a playing card and see what the, oh, I don't know if these are a regular size playing card. This seems small. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Let me check it out. So regular playing cards and ATC cards are like 2.5 by 3.5. Yeah, it's a little bit narrow. And it's a little bit short this way too. So that's a little bit small. Let me see if I have some sticking out here somewhere. Oh, well, here, I've got these. Here's one that was the right size. Well, that's odd. Why would they make playing cards that are smaller than normal? Doesn't seem like that'd be easy to play with. Yeah, look, that's the size. It's just a little bit too narrow, and it's a little bit too short. Man, those would be hard to hang on to. So compared to that, these smaller size Project Life cards, here's what, you know, the size they are, like this. So they're just a little bit different. But you could just, okay, so all that to continue to say, you could just, you know, decorate these and almost in the way that you do like ATC cards. Or you could journal on them. You could journal on them, and that would be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to punch this. But I'm going to have to punch it. I'm going to go ahead and punch it the other side. because I'm going to have to make sure that it doesn't get caught. Do you see what I'm saying about where if you have these too close together, they're going to kind of, the rings are kind of going to interfere with that. So even though you might have it in a spot that would work on your card, it might not necessarily be the best place for the rings. So I'm just going to pop this in here and punch it. So that could go, you know, anywhere that you've got your rings. You could put it up. You could move it down a little bit if you wanted to. And I think this one, since it's got more room to write this way, I would just... Seeing the same thing here. Well, I don't know if that would work. You really have to be careful where they're going to live. I didn't think about that. Okay, so here I think this would work here. That takes a little more concentration and thought than I thought it might. Oh my goodness. All right. So then you could put those, and you could, you know, line it up here. You could put these close together, and then those will fit right there. Now this one, then when you flip this over, then you've got this so good. Now the one thing nice about if you're using either ring binders or disc binding system, you know, when you've got something like this, you can just pop it out and write on it. I don't necessarily... Sometimes I find it hard to write in things like this, especially if it would be on this side. You know, like I'm sure that left-handed people would rather write on pages going this way. And but you know, for if you're right-handed, that side, your rings and stuff get in the way of where you're writing. But now let's just get going here, and we're just gonna work on these kind of like they're like little mixed media projects, and then we can just put those in. So the reason I drug out that book is because I thought that some of these would go good with kind of our fall things. Now this is a pretty fall card here, and you know, you could even grab one. What did I do with the box? You could even, oh, let's do this. I have an idea. Let's see what kind of things we've got here. I love this where it says, that's a good memory. I don't even mind that color with that. This is kind of a dark blue on there. I think this kind of, that doesn't look too bad. Oh, how, yeah. Hang on just a second. Let me find one that's, if I can find one that just has a place to write. Let's see if that'll work. What? Oh, I got something stuck on here. What is that? Oh my goodness. It's like a piece of a label or something got glued. Oh, please tell me that's not like just permanently glued down there. No, there. Got it. All right. Oh, let's do this. Okay. Oh my goodness. The bad thing about this is there's like so many pieces to it, you know. I almost don't need any more pieces floating around my area. Okay, so let's make this a little pocket. Oh, the other side of this, did you see what this one said? It goes, did that really just happen? That could be used at my home almost any day. Almost any day. Okay. Well, the good news is, you guys, they're just about done with the bathroom projects. Now they've got to let the paint dry. He told me not to close the cabinets for a couple of days. so that it could continue to dry well before anything was closed. I'm like, oh my goodness. So we'll see. It turned out, oh, and you guys, this is so funny. So I go and pick bathroom colors. I'm not really that fond of picking paint colors. How many of you like picking paint colors? I want to know. Do you love picking paint colors or you don't really? I would really like to know. I kind of wish I would have put a little thumb thing there. But I think, you know, maybe I can. Maybe I can slide this in. Actually, I'm going to lift it up. And here she goes again, redoing what she just did. You guys are probably, does she ever do anything and just leave it alone? Maybe. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I just want a little bit. There. I gotta put a little more glue back in here. But, okay, so does anybody... Hi, Kristie. I want to know if you like picking paint colors for your house around. Do you like doing home decor and picking paint colors? I don't. It's like everything I pick, it never turns out the way I thought it would. It just doesn't look the same. It doesn't matter. I'll do the thing where it's like, look at it in the daytime, look at it at night, look at it all the time so you can make sure that you know what it looks like. Hi, Grace. Oh my goodness. It doesn't matter. It never looks like how I think. Okay, so I pick out, so this can go in here. This kind of makes you think, well, what does that say, right? That's what. And so then you could put something on there. I like that. Or you could, it'll stay. And this is what we were talking about the other day. When you glue your pocket straight down, it's a little bit tighter. So if I just put this here and just rest it there, most of the time that's not going to slide on down there. It just gets tight. And I could even put a little bit more glue right in here and it would really stay, tight and stay right there. But, you might want to, and people have to know to take these things out. So, but, look, you got room to do journaling on that side. Okay, so I pick my paint colors, and I make my daughter help me. One time when we lived in Minnesota, I was trying to paint this room. I painted it 2 colors of green. One I painted it, and it almost made me sick. By nighttime, when it was in the regular light, it just made me ill. It was kind of this pea soup color, pea soup green when the lights were on at night. It was a pretty color in the day, and then it did that. And I'm like, I can't live with that. That's disgusting. So I go back, and they tint it with a little bit more, and they think that's going to work for me. I go back, I repaint it. It still looks hideous. My daughter goes with me to the paint store. She goes over, she picks something out, we go home with the paint. It's beautiful. I'm just like, why can't I do that? I don't know. I just don't know. So after we do that, then, it was fine. So I've always laughed and said, she's my go-to paint color selector. So I make her get up the other day so we can pick colors and tell the guys. I've got paint swatches already here. So the guys, come, they do all of the painting. So the guy comes out and I go back to the bathroom. It's, clear across the house. I go look in it. There's all these cabinets. The people who built the house were, the guy was a woodworker. The people who originally owned the house and bought it. It was like in 1956. And the guy liked to do woodworking. And there is a lot of special things here that I am sure that the guy did himself. And so, we've got all this cabinetry in the bathrooms. So I'm like thinking, in ours, the cabinets are all painted, and there's even one like on the wall that's like inset into the wall. So there's a long cabinet there. There's cabinets clear across one end of it, and then cabinets under where the sink is and everything. So, there's all this cabinetry. And they were painted a different color than the walls. And I thought, okay, well, that's a good idea. Let's stick with that. We'll just do that for the paint. And so after the paint, is done on the cabinets, I go back to look at it. Well, it's a very light color. Well, I thought I was painting the walls a very, very pale, just off-white, but with a tiny hint of gray. And then the other things would be, the cabinets would be a little bit darker gray. Well, I go back there, and all the cabinets look absolutely white. And so I'm horrified. I talk to him, and he's looking back at the notes, and he says, well, he goes, I can go back to the paint store. He goes, the guy got it backwards. So we're laughing, and so we told him, no, let's just do it this way. Let's just do the other part on the walls. And he kept saying, are you sure? Are you sure? And so we're going, yeah, sure, just do that. Let's try that. Oh my gosh, you guys, it turned out beautiful. And so by the mistake being made, it probably turned out way better than the way I picked the paint colors. So, happy accident. I'm always happy about those kinds of things. Okay, let's get going here. What are you guys up to today? Tree of Life by Jay. Oh, tell me what your J is. J must be your name, and I don't remember. I'm not sure I have known, actually. Tell me what that is. Thanks for joining us. Let's see here. Okay, so let's get going, and let's just put on a few little fun things. This came from another pack. I'm not too crazy about this with these, but look, this side is gorgeous, and these are kind of our traditional fall colors that we've got up in here. And I know periodically when they make color collections, they try to do something a little bit different, right? But I thought that these would work perfect. So we're going to just work on those for a little bit. Hey, tomorrow, who's going to join some of us for the Crafty Commerce Day? There'll be auctions, and some things will just be for sale. Might be all kinds of things. I'll be on at, I think my time is 1 o'clock, 2 Eastern. Let me check. I think that's right. I know I've got it on my page too. Let's see. Oh no, totally wrong. Mine is at 11 a.m. Eastern. 11 a.m. I think I'm the second person. So when we're making some of these fun little cards, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. And I've even got some trim. Let's start with just using some trim. Oh, look, this is a fun little piece. I don't know that. Oh, I kind of like that. Let's use that. Oh, I gotta get some scissors. Actually, let me put this to the side. And we'll glue it, and then we'll cut it off. How's that sound? It is always so fun to see what people like to do on their pages. And even whether it's an event or, whatever it is, everybody has their own style. I always think I don't really have a style. And I used to say that about my scrapbook pages. And my oldest granddaughter goes, yeah, you have a style. I go, well, I guess I don't even know what it is. And I said, why do you say that? She goes, I can always tell a scrapbook page you made. I go, you think you could look at other people's pages and pick mine out? She goes, yep. I'm just like, okay. I think actually for a lot of my scrapbook things, they're kind of neat and tidy, I guess. That would be one way to describe them. They're usually kind of squared off. Even if there's a lot of layering or whatever might be going on, I guess they really are kind of tidy. Okay, we'll just clip that off. There. Okay, these did not clip that. Ribbon and fabric scissors, you kind of need to keep those kind of the same. And trim, it's kind of the same thing as we always laugh about your fabric scissors. But you know what? If you're trying to cut something, like snip it like this, and it doesn't work very well, if you will go to the back of your scissors, you just don't use in here that much. You're mostly using like from some other place, you know, where it's kind of comfortable for you to open and close your scissors. So if you open them up a little bit more and try to cut right in here, it's usually sharper and you'll be able to cut, and especially like just little ribbons and trims. Now it's not going to make any difference if you are still trying to cut a big piece of fabric or something. That's not going to matter, because that is still going to be, you know, kind of, it's going to be a problem. It's still going to be hard to do. Oh, I had a little piece of this orange the other day, and I don't know what I did with it. This is cute. I love these big wads of trim. I got this at Michael, and they seem to do them seasonally. I kind of hope they keep doing that. This is kind of cute. Let's put this down here. Just a little piece. Even, you know, and I think I'm just going to give it a little dovetail on both sides. Then it doesn't have to matter where it ends up on the page, like that. We'll just glue it down real quick. Do you guys have anything special you're doing this weekend? We're gonna go to the fair. Our state fair here in Texas is over in Dallas. We're gonna do that this weekend. All our kids here that are here now have never been to the Texas State Fair. We used to go to the Minnesota Fair all the time. They always call it the Great Minnesota Get Together. Which is true. It's so funny. Everybody goes to the fair. Well, especially since it's in the Twin Cities, so lots of people do. Now, when I lived in Colorado, I grew up in Colorado, we never went to the fair a single time because it's down in Pueblo, so, you know, it's not really handy. So, I don't, you know, you have a fair that's kind of not in the place where most of the people are, and you're not going to have as many people, you know, go to the fair. This is kind of fun and funky. You know what this, no, I'm not going to say what that reminds me of. There's some things you have to watch what you're trying to say. I will, okay, here, I've thought of a better way to say it. It reminded me kind of with the little fringe and stuff, it kind of gives me a little Native American vibe. Like little teepees, some like little fringy stuff, like, you know, like little leather fringes and stuff. Yes, Melanie, you know what? And here on TV the other night, there was a guy who had gone to the Texas State Fair, and he was wandering around, and he was kind of doing this commentary about it, and it was so funny. He'd been to the Minnesota Fair, maybe Iowa, and I think Iowa and Indiana are both also supposed to have great state fairs. And he was talking about how you know, he did not think that this one here was all that great. I laughed. I told Steve grew up here. He's originally from Texas, and I just laughed and I said, they don't want us to tell them that, though. We can't tell them that because it hurts their feelings and makes them mad. but the Minnesota Fair was much better. Hi, Deborah. I'm doing well. How about you? Let's see. I don't know. There's just so many fun things on here. Because this is so busy, we're going to have something kind of big, though. Let's put this big old pumpkin. Oh, wait. I have something else I dug out. Let's see where it is. Let's put some shiny, sparkly stuff. Why not? This is the fun part about this. Now, actually, if you want your dovetail things to come out super even, this is what you do. Take the center of your ribbon or your trim or whatever, snip straight up there, and then snip from both corners. And that way you can get pretty even cut. Let me see if you can see. Let me hold up something light colored. So see how even that is? And then here's the one I just cut. Yeah. A little different. Let me grab something pokey to try and get the backing off of this. This is just, it's an adhesive trim. It's called Shimmer Trim from Close to My Heart. It comes in all kinds of colors. Sometimes you can catch it on sale. I think the last time it was on sale, I got a whole bunch of them. And sometimes the colors vary. Sometimes they have them, you know, different colors off and on. Just gonna put this down here. You know, when you're doing stuff like this, it's just random. You're just playing around, having fun, putting things on randomly. I don't really want this white border on here. I'm actually going to trim it a little closer. You don't have to. You could just stick it on. I've also got some sparkly pumpkin stickers that are kind of dimensional. I had found them, I want to say, probably at Hobby Lobby a couple years ago, but some of those stickers that are more dimensional, those are a lot of fun. Oh, and have you guys seen the stickers that are kind of, they have a more metallic look? Is a Texas State Fair food on a stick? Yes. And they call, you know, their corn dogs here that they have. You know, corn dogs are always a big thing at, you know, at fairs and stuff. And and one of the girls was laughing, going, why do they call them that? Down here they call them corny dogs. It's like corny instead of just corn dogs. And I don't know if that's like something that is part of a brand name for whoever you know, has them at the state fair. I don't know, but yes, I think almost all fairs have food on a stick. Well, let's see here. You know, we're just kind of building it and having some fun. When you're just sticking stuff on like this, then you got to be careful what you have found that can go on there. That's kind of big. I wish that was smaller. You know what? Let's just put some leaves. That'll be kind of cute. No, I don't. Now I trimmed it off of that. Now I almost need to keep trimming it off or it so that they're all similar, right? I didn't even think about that. Just kind of give it a more cohesive look by leaving the white edge off. But these, and you'll notice that as I am trying to cut these, and it's small, a lot of it is just turning your paper, not your scissors. I don't know if you can see that. Man, that took a lot of little curves. Oak leaves have more rounded edges. Maple leaves have all those little points to them. Let's see. There's a little acorn. Let's see if we can get him on there. Boy, yes. Ooh, sparkly. Isn't that the truth? You like sparklies too? Well, we know probably Nicole does. She even put that in the name of her page. A sparkle junkie. But yes, I love some sparkle. And these kinds of things where it's more contained, I really like them. Like this shimmer tape, you know, you've got glittery stuff, but it's not all over and loose. And the same with some, let's see. The same with stickles. you've got kind of glitter glue. So there we've got our little acorn, and I don't know, I kind of wish I would have put a little, no, that didn't stick too much. Let me see if I can put a little bit of ink on the edges. Let me get a tiny brush. I don't see any my real tiny ones. They make these brushes in all kinds of sizes. And some of them are very small to do detail work with. I have some, I don't know where they are. I don't see them anywhere. Let's see if this is a little bit better. Yeah, you can, that makes a big difference for being able to see it. Well, sometimes I complain about stickers not sticking unless you use glue, but when you have something like this happen, then you're kind of glad it didn't stick real great. I'm going to just set that down a second. And I'm going to ink the pumpkin too. It just lets it stand out a little bit more. I love this color. What is this color of the trim? Bronze. That's a great color to use for some things for fall, right? Bronze. Okay. Now I'm actually going to put a little glue on here to help keep this stuck down. But you know, all this kind of stuff, it's just fun. You know, it's just kind of fun and playful, and oh, it's relaxing. I mean, if you don't have any, it's a lot more relaxing than if you have a real expectation for what you feel like it needs to turn out as. So when you know, I always dread if I have something that I feel like needs to turn out some particular way. Whereas when you're doing something like this, you can just play along. Play around, play along, whatever. So I don't know, you could still, I feel like we need some words or something over there. Oh, I know. Let's grab our hang on, let me find my big, I got my big can full of doodads. I know I've got some things that have words. Here, these will be good colors. So I've got some that are black and white, and then some that are just this off-white color, these odd colors. And these go with so many things just by, you know, not being super white or black. Let's see. My goodness. I don't know. And you know, sometimes you just put things down. It's just fun. Just fun, fun, fun. A lot of times putting numbers on things is fun. Things that look like old labels, those are fun things to put on. This is kind of cool. It just says the most beautiful thing. That's kind of fun. Well, it's not fun. That is super crooked. Let me put a little bit of glue on it, and then I'll get it on there straight. Hopefully I'll get it on there straight. That is the part that's so annoying, you guys. You spend time putting something all together and you're all happy with it, and then you do something like put a strip of words or something on it. It's like, well, that's crooked and really not great. But one nice thing about this thing is it's got lines on here, I should be able to line it up. Ta-da! There. Just kind of fun. Just something fun. The most beautiful thing. And then, you know, I mean, and you can put as many things on here as you want. They're just, and some of them just make you laugh. They're just goofy. And just random words or little phrases on some of these things. I don't know. It just kind of makes the little project. I don't really have a good reason why. Oh, yes. Melanie, yes, I can just see how you like these. These are not really typically my colors, but since it's got some bling. But, you know, it's just fun. It's just relaxing. And on these cards, you know, you could do the other side, too, if you wanted to. Well, these have a little bit. If it was turned this way, you could put a picture here and then just, you know, put a little. And by the way, that reminds me, you know, there's no reason that while you're making your little journal like this, that you couldn't use it kind of for a scrapbook. And in fact, I was thinking about one day doing something like that on a bigger page. And like we'll use a page this size and we'll just use it kind of as a miniature scrapbook page, because there's no rules in what size a scrapbook page can be, right? Not really. So this can go here. We'll just stick that in there. So there's that. But are you liking how, you know, how random that these can be, and you know, you can just build them out or use them for journaling pages or whatever? Tell me if you're liking, you know, kind of some of this process. I promise we're not going to do these journal pages all the time, but you know, by building them in here, it's really, you know, we can do some scrapbooking. There's things that we have made that could have been like some kind of a card. I mean, this could be a greeting card. It would be a fun greeting card to use on here. In fact, is this set? Maybe we should put something in here and kind of make this less, it just feels so naked here. It's so naked. I don't know. It's hard to, that color, I tell you what, this color is a little bit hard to work with, I think. The little coffee thing is cute. Maybe we'll put the little coffee thing right here. Maybe we'll put it, I don't know. Put it on there. Let's see what kind of a fun word maybe we can put on the top of that. The black and white ones might not even look bad on this little thing. Ooh, these are large. Oh, those are way too big. Let me see what else I've got. And then there's things like this. You can get little packs. This is what I was saying, like little just numbers or little things that are like labels. These are great to use for things. I did not remember these were so huge. But you could still take this. Man, the text is even huge. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, here's some black and white on this one. Let's see. Oh, but they're not just little small lines of words like some of the other packs are. Some of these are kind of snarky. Like this, I have absolutely no desire to fit in. Is your drama going to have an intermission soon? Confession, my yoga pants have never been for yoga. Oh my goodness. Yes, these are all kind of snarky. You know. I love as good a snarky statement as the next person, but I don't think in building these I really want to do that. Here's one that I have several people I know that this would fit. I plan my whole day around the possibility of a nap. Gosh. Oh my goodness. You know what? Actually, I'm going to put this one on here. Since this is a cup, I'm going to put this one on here. Oh my. I'm going to have to cut it though. And then I'll show you what it says. You guys, I hope you'll come tomorrow and hang out with us for our auction day over in the Crafty Commerce. That'll be fun. That's the first time I will have done one for more than anything, like one item or something, like at the end of a craft event day or something. I've done that, but I've never done several. So, and I also have some things that I'm gonna be using or offering from my friend Jet from Asper Creative. She has little painted wood sets that she does, and she's got several of them that she had done that she doesn't have a need for, and they're cute. Some of them are very seasonal, and they are very cute. So I wasn't sure I could fill my whole hour just on my own. Luckily, I have crafty friends that also have crafts that we can offer. Quality crafts. Okay, you guys. Oh, the picture doesn't really work. Oh my goodness. This is my cup of care. Oh, look, it's empty. Hey, you gotta have a little humor in stuff you make, right? Well, yeah, well, time will tell, Mary. I can't wait to see what other people are gonna have. I tell you, an hour seems like a long time. I hope I am not as daunted by an hour as I feel today. So we'll see. It'll be fun though. It'll be fun seeing what everybody has to offer. I love it. Actually, I found some things around today that I thought, oh, that would be good. I could offer that. So we'll see. We got other places. My goodness, people, my desk has really turned into a mess. But, you know, and you just can make these as simple or as intricate as you want. Where's one of my other ones that we had here? And then here, this one will fit here. I know this would be fun to put. Since this has this arrow, I thought that would be kind of fun. We actually could even put a little bit of our shimmer trim on there. Kind of make those two work together a little bit more. That'd be fun. Let's do it. Let's do it. Where's the scissors? My time is almost up. Oh my goodness. And let's see. I'm trying to think who is after me. I'm so awful about this today. Who is after me? I'm going to look in a second. Well, just stay in the group, people, because our friends are going to be up right after me. All of our people in Take 5. We have some wonderful crafters in our Take 5 group, and it's so fun to see what everybody's making. We've got Kristie from Funky Junk Inspiration, Mary from the Painted Peach, Jeannie from Jeannie's Palette, Melanie from Painting Crafty. And then we've got Nicole from Nicole Prose Sparkle Junkie. And we've got Jeannie from Clifton's Crafty Casa, and Wendy from Simply Bewitching Crafts by Wendy. And let's see, did I miss anybody? I think I'm missing someone. I can't think. Who did I miss? I hope not. I don't want to miss anybody. I was just trying to think of them off the top of my head. Okay, I'm going to just cut this here. I'm going to just make a little point this way. Oh, I feel bad now. I shouldn't have tried to do that just off the top of my head. Okay, my time is almost over. Well, it's sticking the crafty, or in the our crafty group is going to be staying right here in take 5. We'll see who is up next. That's bothering me. I don't know. Hang on. Let me get this over here. Okay. Oh, we got to start to that one. So we pulled down our little shimmer tape down here. I like that. I like it a lot. So I'll work on some of that. You don't need to watch that, but how fun. I hope that you guys are really, enjoying kind of the process of working on some of those things. Now that really bugs me. I'm trying to think if I missed anybody. And me. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, I feel so bad now. Anyway, you guys, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I hope you've got something fabulous planned. Oh, thanks, Melanie. It is, isn't it? I always love watching you do your drawings and paintings, and that's something I never have spent much time doing. Thank you, Deborah. I'm glad you like it. But look, isn't that fun? So we'll still be able to put something over here. And they don't all have to be, you don't have to be able to journal on all of them. You don't have to be able to put pictures on all of them. Although this would be fun to put a tiny picture here. And I've told you before that you can get 2, like 3x4 pictures on one 4x6. If you do a 4x6 printout of your photos, then you can get 2 of those on there. And there are different kinds of apps that you can use, and then just pull your photos on your phone in and then put them on there. In fact, Project Life has one that's easy to use too. And then you can put 2 photos on a picture. You can even do 6 little 2x2 photos. And you think, what would you do with a 2x2 photo? They're so tiny. But you would be surprised how, they line up, and they really aren't that tiny. You can see something in them, even if it's a full picture that you've put in there. They're not bad at all. You guys, my time is up, and I will see you tomorrow at 11 Eastern, and we will do our auction and sale. So I will see you then. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful day. I gotta find my mouse so I can turn us off. Take care, everybody. Oh my goodness. What is going on? I'm gonna get it turned off. I promise. Bye.